This is a sculpture by Lucy Hardcastle. As you can see, there is this glass pillow, which is completely hollow inside. The second part is this flock ball made in this bright magenta colour. So flock is made when you spray an adhesive and then thousands and thousands of tiny hairs cling to the ball. She worked with a glass blower at the University of Washington and the Museum of Glass to make something very hyper-real. This sculpture is part of a triptych. The first part is a set of computer-generated data made in Cinema 4D, in which Lucy decided what shapes she would make for the pillow and the ball parts of the project. A lot of Lucy's practice is looking for the emotional aspects of technology, the kind of sensorial thing, which defeats a lot of the assumptions that we have around emerging technologies, that they might be cold or uninviting. Glass is one of the most difficult objects to render in a computer, often seen as this unattainable property within computational spaces because it's light, hard, extra shiny, extra smooth. You see, for instance, in animation or visual effects, people trying to make the best water or the best glass because it's so hard to render. There's something quite inviting about this kind of object. When you look at it, it does make you want to put your face on it. The last part is a set of 6 photographs, working with a photographer called Gareth Williams. So photographs often are an interesting part of digital practice in that sometimes we can't tell whether they've been manipulated or not. With these photographs, she almost wanted to kind of trick you a little bit into thinking whether they were digital objects or whether they had been rendered at all, because of how slick and smooth those objects appeared within the photographs themselves. The way that the light had been layered makes them almost feel hyperreal again. So with these 3 stages, the object always feels a little bit too good to be true. A born digital object is something that has never really had an analogue form. So this was born out of a born digital object and then became real and then went back almost to a digitized object. So it's gone through many different forms and makes us think very differently about what digital practice is today or what digital objects can be today. Personally, I find this quite a soothing object. With the kind of smoothness of the pillow and the softness or the fuzziness of the flock, there's something just very calming almost about the way that they sit together, just the satisfaction that comes from that flock ball being on the pillow. There's just something about it which, by looking at it in whatever form it seems to be, whether it's on the photographs that she's produced or even in the digital realm where she's been experimenting with it, but the sculpture in particular just has something very, very satisfying about it, and even its otherworldly characteristics, when you see it, there's something very, very calming about it. So the ideas of digital comfort is this kind of, again, very lush, very lustrous things that we can touch or feel through the screen. It makes us pay attention to what other kind of material possibilities are present. And by kind of putting it in a glass form, really kind of makes us pay attention to those more hyperreal properties.